Just came back from the SuperAI Summit in Singapore, and here are some of the coolest things that I heard. Planetary intelligence. So Planet Labs have taken a picture all around the Earth every single day for 9 years. And doing this, they've built up an Earth model, which has helped them actually predict drought risk, landslide risk, detect damaged buildings after earthquakes, and even help nations detect military installations in their border. Next, rewatch Star Wars because home robots are coming to your home probably in the next 2 to 5 years. So you may be looking at your Roborock or your little cleaner bot and thinking that's currently the level of where robots are at. But there's so much more. So right now, robots are actually cleaning shopping malls, they're delivering food, they're guarding buildings. And if you look a couple years ago, a robot could run continuously for about half an hour. Now robots can run continuously for about 6 hours, wearing battery packs and solar panels, all of this kind of stuff. So the robot manufacturers at the summit say that you can expect robots to clean your home, iron your clothes, and to cost between $8,000 and $50,000. And they should be arriving in your home, like I said, within the next 2 to 5 years. Next, wearable AI is here, and it is kind of cool. So there are multiple companies showing wearable AIs. So for example, there was Plaud, which was a recorder, and you'd wear this and it would record about 20 hours of continuous conversation. So the idea is that you'd wear this during business meetings, in the office, all this kind of stuff. And the company could then build up a repository of company knowledge picked up from conversations. Also, the Razer CEO came onto the stage and he said that his idea for wearable AI was to augment the human. So they're releasing these headphones that have cameras in them, also microphones in them. So again, it can detect what's going on, similar to the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. And these wearable AIs are having real-world impact. So for example, there is Heidi, which is an AI transcription service for doctors and patients. So they've rolled out this within the NHS and also within New Zealand. And this is being used to improve doctor-patient notes and all of this kind of stuff. Within 2 years, everyone will have an agent running in the background 24/7. So not using a chatbot, not using ChatGPT, not using Claude, actually having an agent in the background that's running for you like a personal assistant, even when you sleep. And that this isn't going to be prompt-based, it's actually going to just be working and listening in the background using such wearable devices that you're wearing, handling decisions and running constantly. Smaller teams are beating larger teams. So there was also a talk on this idea of the 100x organization. So these are frontier organizations that are really using AI a lot within their workflows. And what they're finding is that smaller teams, so teams of 3 people, are beating larger teams, so teams of 10 people. And instead, the smaller team of 3 people will have multiple agents for each person. Now, I thought I was ahead by using Codex and Claude within my workplace, but there are literally people within the conference who are deploying upwards of 20 agents that are running all their tasks in the background. And you can imagine in the future, they say, well, you don't have to ask your colleagues, what are they working on or what's going on, because the agents have access to all of the data, all of the knowledge within your organization. They can just feed that back to you straight away, right? The big constraint is now power. So if you look at the huge amount of demand right now that every industry has for AI, whether it's from engineering, architecture, legal, etc., the demand is outweighing the supply right now. And that supply is really constrained by the amount of power that we have. So to be able to serve all the queries, we need GPUs, and the GPUs need to be in data centers, and the data centers need power, and there's simply not enough power to go around. So to actually build a data center, you now have a waiting time of several years to get onto the electrical power grid. And this is forcing some of the hyperscalers like OpenAI, like Anthropic, to now start investing in small nuclear reactors with the government. It's a massive issue. The experiential layer is blurring the lines between what is real and what is digital. So I also tried talking to a hologram, and it's a normal like LLM conversation, right? It's backwards and forwards. But the fact that you have a face, even a digital face, adds an extra layer of depth there, which is scary and a bit weird. But I can definitely imagine a future where we have such humanoid robots or holograms or whatever you have, right? And people will have companion robots, or they will have like members of the family that are actually just like robots, especially as they get smarter and everything like this. Don't build something too risky too soon. So Max Tegmark went on the stage and he said that we are not yet ready to be able to control a superintelligence. And he gives us a stark warning what happens to a less smart species. And to see that, just go to the zoo. The lesser intelligence tends to be put in cages. He advocated for more government oversight, so perhaps having some kind of regulatory oversight like how the FDA looks over drug trials. Perhaps a warning for the future. And ultimately, AI is moving faster than anybody could have predicted. I would say that if you do feel like you are behind, don't worry, because also this is a sentiment shared by the experts, by the panelists, and by CEOs within the summit as well. What I would say, though, is that it is a very exciting time to be alive, and I really enjoyed going to this conference. So if you would like more of my AI commentary and also my AI tutorials, give me a follow.